Alright, here we are in pack 1, attempting the completely sane challenge of going for a 50-50 shop. There's no chicken in pack 1, there's no lioness, so we're going to have to do it with canned food only. Now here, this is a little bit unusual. I'm starting on turn 9 because this run went a very long distance, as you'll see. Normally you would want to have a higher level swan with good stats at this point, but it didn't work out in this run, so I decided just to sell it. The squirrel is actually much more important. And here we find another canned food. And on top of finding cans, the other vital ingredient for this run is getting as many draws as you possibly can. Now, unfortunately, there are many roadblocks to that. There's obviously most of the teams you're going against are trying to win. I mean, it may seem silly to say it, but it's true. So drawing is kind of, there's a lot of luck involved. And I tried many runs with hedgehog. Badger, is traditionally one of the best ways to try and draw. I also quite like crocodile. I think there were a lot of the best runs I had were also with crocodile, but ultimately a lot of these pets you need to sell in order to have space for more cats, because each cat multiplies up the effectiveness of each canned food and it reduces the overall number of cans that you actually have to find. So here, I think I've freeze the badger. Yeah, we'll freeze the can because we want to get the discount next turn. I'm not sure if it's better to just buy the can and then have more slots open for the squirrel, but I also freeze the sushi because our stats are really bad at this point. And although we do want to draw, we also don't want to lose, which may also be obvious, but you have to extend the game, and staying alive, at this point since I only have 2 wins, it's actually okay for me to win. So that's also plays into buying the sushi here. Now, if I was using hedgehog, I would be able to clear all the melon armor on the opposing team, which we can't really do here, but in most cases I'm also just looking for a stake to put on all the units, increase the chance that they're going to trade 1 for 1, and then potentially the badger can trade 2 for 1 at the back. So we find another can here. We still only got 1 cat though, and really you need to have as many cats as possible. The higher level the better. Now, what actually tends to happen, and this is kind of a strange phenomenon that they didn't really, or previously this maybe wasn't known widely, but in the last update they changed the username display in the bottom corners during battle to show how many trophies and hearts the opposing team has. And over time it becomes clear that the system matches you with people who are on the same trophies as you, and they have equal or lower hearts. So you can see here this person is on exactly the same as me, turn 13, 2 trophies, 2 hearts, but there will be some who are actually on lower hearts. And I guess as the game goes on, there are fewer teams for the system to match you with, and so it has to be less picky, I guess. Here I did put melon on the back badger, and maybe that's not a great idea, but sometimes you can run into teams that have like level 2 or 3 crocodile plus tiger or parrot, and a 29 health badger can get killed at the start of the round, and then you're not going to draw, you're just going to lose. So here the melon actually does result in me winning, but as I said, because I'm only on 2 trophies, 3 now on turn 15, I've got plenty time to work with. So here we get another cat, and although I do want to look for cans, it is worth buying the food here just to reduce the chance of losing, because I really want to get as far as possible while still remaining on 2 hearts. So here we get matched with another team with badger at the back, and you'll start to notice kind of trends the longer the game goes on, that the teams that you're getting matched with, because they also have low trophies, low hearts, they're also drawing loads and loads of times, and so they will either have very similar composition teams to you, or they will they will have an awful lot of hedgehogs and blowfish, which we'll start to see that pretty soon. Here I do freeze a crocodile, but I think I changed my mind. There's no real need to go beyond the level 2, and I think I really want to sell it as soon as possible as well. So here we level the second cat and also get another cat in the shop. Now I don't really want to get rid of the squirrel or the badger, so I'm just going to go for multiple level 2 or 3 cats and hope that that's enough. So here's our first hedgehog blowfish team. The difference here is, though, they have level 3 cats. So, I mean, they're not trying to draw, they're trying to win. And here this works out perfectly, where the badger just survives in order to get the trade at the end. Very lucky there. So now we buy the canned food, and with a level 2 and level 1 cat, that is +4 to the shop. I mean, I've complained about it many times before. Obviously, canned food used to be +2, +1. But that actually doesn't change the number of cans that you need for the 50-50 shop. It just means you're getting an awful lot of extra tack. Now, surprise, surprise, we go against another hedgehog blowfish team. But because of the food that we've bought along the way, I think our stats are going to be good enough to potentially get the draw here. I can't remember. Let's see. Yeah, they only have level 2 blowfish. So the blowfish actually survives on 1 health there. Although it looked like our team was much stronger than theirs, we do actually win. So now we can upgrade to level 3 squirrel. So all the cans from now on that I freeze or that are discovered at the start of turn are going to be free. And we get another 2 cats, which is incredible. And I'm just going to ignore the melon. It's not really, you know, we want to draw. I can't. Maybe I do. No, I should freeze the cat here, because we're still only on 3 wins on turn 18. So we've got a huge distance to go. Okay, I changed my mind. I didn't freeze it, but I do take the stake. I guess a lot of this is different in retrospect, but at the time I was very worried about going against full 50-50 teams, but you'll see that just doesn't happen. Now here we go up against someone who is going to become a true friend throughout this run, and that is Spuds TM, going for the full team of hedgehogs and 1 parrot. So here the apple is free, I might as well buy it. We get another can. I don't know if I mentioned it already, but I'll try and put a counter up on screen to show how many cans actually get bought. I've tried to re-record this commentary so many times at this point, I can't remember what I said so far. So we're kind of at the halfway point here, where the shop is, the scorpions there were 26. So we've added +25 to the shop. Now here, very scary, the level 3 skunk reduces the badger to 1 health, but actually it survives right to the end anyway. So now we're getting close to having a level 3 cat, and we actually get it on the next roll, which is amazing. And a can that's going to be free next turn. I don't think I'd go for any more cats at this point. I don't really want to sell anything yet. I'm still a little bit worried that we're not going to have enough. We're not going to be able to draw enough times. But again, we get matched with good old Spuds TM. You can see again their turn count, trophy count, and hearts is exactly the same, because that team with just hedgehogs is drawing over and over and over again. And maybe they were actually just trying to go as far as they could. So double can, and look at the mammoth now, 40-47 on turn 21. But we still need 7 more wins. So at the very least, we're going to turn 28. Now here I actually pause and check the pack contents. Not that I don't know what's in pack 1, but I was trying to remind myself of all the 5 of a kinds that have not been done yet. Because realistically, some of them, the only way you're going to get them is to get a huge shop. And tiger is one of them. So there you can see I freeze the tiger, and there's a stake in the shop as well. So I was thinking about replacing the squirrel with the tiger and putting stake on it. The problem with that is I don't know, maybe it's not a problem. Maybe I could have done that, but I just wasn't confident that, you know, as soon as I have to sell the crocodile, and the tiger doesn't really have anything worth copying. I guess I could copy the badger, but that's risky business. And here I rolled double deer, and I did think about going for full deer team, but that's been achieved by multiple people without needing a 50-50 shop. So here I find double turtle, and I decide, right, that is what we're going for. We're going for 5 turtles that are all going to be 50-50. Now here we get matched with hedgehog blowfish again. However, they also have skunk, and I think this is actually going to be a loss. The sheer amount of damage, because it's level 3 blowfish, it makes such a difference. So we actually lose there. And I'm not sure if that's, maybe, I wonder if that's beneficial to lose, because now I'm not going to get matched with anyone who's on 2 hearts. At least I don't think I do. We'll have to check, but I don't think I do. So I think now, the shop only needs 1 more can, I think, in order to get to 50-50. So the badger can go. And I think I'm actually just going to sell the crocodile as well. Or is I going to sell the cat? I can't remember. This game only happened a couple of days ago. Okay, here we go. We're going to put the turtle at the front with a steak. Not quite enough to instant kill, but as soon as it gets to 50-50, then that will be killing through melon. But like I say, there are no teams, or I'm pretty confident there are not going to be any teams with melon this late. So now we're just rolling for turtle, basically. And I do top that one off to 50-50. One of the only strange things about turtle is that you can only put steak on the one at the front, because they're obviously going to get melon during the battle. But now I know I'm almost 100% guaranteed to get the 50-50 shot. Well, I am, because I'm guaranteed to find at least 1 can when I still need 7 wins. And here we get matched with another full hedgehog team. This one doesn't even have a parrot. And you can see the result just completely wipes the team. And I do put melon on the turtle here just for snipe protection. But again, I think there's almost no chance of going against a snipe team here. You're just protecting from the initial hedgehog blasts. So I think the crocodile can go now. It's got the worst stats by far. It's doing very little against hedgehog teams. So let's get rid. We can buy another turtle and then just use a pair to get it to 50-50. Still need 1 more can, but like I say, we've got such a long... There it is. We've got it. So I freeze double can. I'm not even sure if I need them both. The duck's on 45-46 there. And here we actually get matched with a ghost team. Now, you've never seen this before, but the lineup is hilarious, where it's got the shark in second position. I guess it's just random pets with random levels and stats. So here, double can. The turtles are going to be 50-50, and I think that is the 50-50 shop now. But I always like to see a pet that has a 1 HP. So there we go. You can see the otter there has 50 attack. Otter starts on 1 attack, so we know it's a 50-50 shop. Now, it's not the first ever 50-50 shop in Pack 1. SAG completed it a long time ago, way back when Cam was 2-1, and Squirrel didn't actually give any extra food. So again, we're matched with Hedgehog Blowfish here, and but this time with a full 50-50 team, I don't think it really matters. We're going to survive because the Blowfish cannot snipe enough pets. And we're also getting melon when one of the turtles faints. So SuperAutoGaming has done it before, but we also seen recently that XRB posted in the Discords that he'd got a 50-50 shop. And that was really what inspired me to try it, because it hadn't occurred to me at all. This was a challenge that I could actually go for. And obviously it is... the game in general is easier now, but having the new life system means it's a lot easier to sort of eke out these runs. And we get matched up with Spuds TM, and we just survive there. If he actually had a hedgehog instead of a parrot, I think that would have been another draw, because the parrot, when it respawns, doesn't actually regain the hedgehog ability. But here we get matched again with the person who beat us earlier with the level 3 skunk. But now with the full 50-50 team, the single blowfish, like I say, it's not going to be able to do enough. Now here you can see we did actually get matched with someone who has higher hearts. Now I would assume the reason for that is because the pool was just so empty that, you know, normally you never see that where someone has higher hearts. But the only teams that are around are all the ones that I've been playing, the same hedgehog blowfish teams over and over and over. And I think now I'm fairly confident that there's no way I can possibly lose, because there are no other people going for 50-50 shops. Or at least, you know, I think it would be unbelievably unlikely to go against someone also going for a 50-50 shop. We're exclusively going against all hedgehog builds or blowfish builds. And again, here you can see that the hedgehogs, even though they're all, I don't know if did they have all level 3? They just can't do enough damage to clear the whole team. So there's nothing really for me to do here. I'm just buying more turtles, seeing how many I can get before the end of the game. And having reached turn 28, that is my longest ever game. Previously I'd done 27 twice. Now here we actually get matched with it's another team we played already. So I think since the early 20s, I've basically played the same 4 or 5 teams over and over. And I really would like to know, you know, how much longer did these hedgehog teams go for? Because I guess eventually, if they keep getting matched against each other, they're never going to lose. So I wonder if my 5 turtles actually ended some of their runs. Would be interesting to know. I suppose ultimately they can get matched with ghost teams, but here we are in the final battle, and it's so appropriate. We get matched with Spuds TM again with their parrot in the back with the 1-up that does nothing. And you can see they're still on 2 hearts as well, because they kept on drawing the whole way. And there it is. Turn 29 win, 5 turtles, 50-50 shop.